Hello everybody and welcome back to the Lobotomy Corporation. Alrighty. So, in this one, hopefully we're not going to have any issues as far as as far as recording goes, but I guess we'll see. So, I went ahead and equipped some things and changed some people around. Remade a couple people, and overall, did relatively everything we needed to do. I was also asked a very, I consider it a pretty good question. I was asked, Shadow, why do you go for the work preferences instead of the management tips first? Well, let me tell you. In my eyes, it is extremely valuable to know that, hey, instinct, could be better. Repression, very bad. Because when you hover over someone, well, it's a little easier to show you in game, so I'll keep going with that point in a second. So what we're going to do in this episode is we are going to try and do as many quests as we possibly can. Now, we're not going to be able to do Gaburas if we're going to go after Cheesed. Still don't know how to properly pronounce his name, but you know what? That's fine. So we're going to go ahead and go after his quest first, mainly because it's easier. And hopefully all is going to go well. Now, I was warned. This guy, who we can't see... Oh, you have to hit neutrals with him. Well, I don't think that'll be too hard considering he's in a left, so I'm not actually too terribly worried about that. I was worried that a left, though. A couple of you were implying that this is going to be White Knight round 2. So that's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to dealing with another White Knight scenario. Well, let's get on in. Sure hope I didn't. Okay, so the reason I always go for the what they like, their interests, the work preferences, is because if I were to select work, click Insight, I could see, a work time of 42 seconds, okay, and it's gonna be a common work success chance, okay. Then I click Instinct, very low. That's a common, okay. And it really helps me judge what I want to, because some people might have, for example, actually, the best example I can give is over here with Queen of Hatred. If we do attachment, see, Amaterasu and Kaden both have high. Sally has very high. Sarah also has very high. And then these two have high. And it really helps me determine who is going to be the best possible pick for what thing. Overall, that's why I go for the work preferences first, even though I do agree. I do think oh my, abnormality management tips, try saying that 5 times fast apparently, are extremely useful. I always go for them second, and then I go for the basic info, and then I go for escape information. Now, if it's something that escapes frequently, I will go straight for escape information, which might be a mistake. But overall, that's kind of the strategy that I've adopted. I don't know if it's the best thing in the whole world, but it's what I've been doing, and so far so good, other than a couple times. I was also told, apparently, if you have another abnormality, well, it tells you here, but apparently it's Little Red Riding Hood. And if you have them both, when one escapes, the other will escape, and they'll basically fight each other. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I mean, it is a thing. Now, this is the new gift we got. Requires 13 uses. Okay. So, we need to finish this day in 13 minutes and 30 seconds, which isn't terrible. It's just, it's gonna mean that we really don't have a lot of time to mess around with escaping abnormalities. So, for this day, I'm gonna go for the welfare quest, and then for the next day, I'm gonna go for Gebura's quest, because Judgment Bird is basically going to be our ticket to doing it. So, two things. I wasn't fast enough, but Angela was saying the normal thing she normally does, and at the end it said, you cut off the broadcast. I don't think we are, being too nice to Angela all of a sudden. I wonder, I don't know what that was about, but now I'm really curious. Now, like, we, X, are showing signs of, like, distrust for Angela. Oh. That was going so well. So, 503, we're on wave 3. 8 minutes, 35 seconds left. Apparently there's a blue noon event, which I've never seen before. But if I had to guess, blue. Pale. Oh! Facey Randy, your time has come. Oh! Alright, they busted through the door as he shot. That is not his fault. You know what? Facey Randy, you literally cannot be blamed for that, my friend. Which way is she aiming? Ugh. Ah! Okay, let's do the quick cast on that. Oh, it does have a range. It's just extremely far. Alright, run. Ooh, up. Never mind, it's infinite. Sheeta? I think you're gonna be okay. We're gonna see. They both have their shield. Ah! Sheeta! Huh. You lived! Not even close. Okay, Mao took quite a bit of damage as well. Huh. Okay, where'd she go now? Ooh, they're not good. This is probably one of the worst spots she could have gone. Ew. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Not only is Mountain out, he's already at the... Hey, we got her. Well, we know we can get her. However... Yeah. Actually, I want to see her come out. How's it not a second trumpet yet? Oh. Well, there she goes. She's out. Alright, there she is. You are attacking the wrong person. She's helping us. Look at her. Look at her go. Completely ignoring all of freaking Grapes' attacks. Oh. I mean, she's helping. Not doing a whole lot of damage, considering she does black damage. Oh. Oh. Ah! Okay. Yeah, I'd be a little tired after that, too. Uh-oh. Now that's a real fight. We got the real fight. We got Facey Randy. We got Queen of Hatred. We got the Big Bad Wolf. They're attack. They're going for each other. All of them are going for each other. He's going for the smoke. Marcos Jr. is going to be freaking destroyed. I don't know what's up with her. She's currently losing her mind, but they are currently going to go for it. Marcos Jr. He's... Total and complete gibberish. Somebody got eaten. Okay, I'll be very, very surprised if this doesn't... Yeah. I was gonna say, if this doesn't end the day, then something is wrong. Alright, Sally? Did you get it? No? Okay. We're gonna end the day regardless, so we do it within the time limit. So we got 14, 3 people were promoted. All in all, stats, they went up a decent amount. Ivanko got, like, plus 20. But everyone else got relatively small numbers. Nothing really worth cheering at. But, you know, pretty good. Good morning, X. Oh boy, something's wrong. Based on your reaction, it seems that the synchronization is complete. I can now tell what moment you're reminiscing about just by looking at your expression. I also happen to know that the process always ends with the same expression and tears. You're a prisoner. You locked yourself inside this prison without bars. However, the key has always been in your hands. My role was to correct you whenever you made a wrong decision. Now, I'm quite tired of it. I don't understand why you chose to repeat this cycle, nor do I know what kind of results you hope to achieve while slowly killing yourself. Frankly, I really don't wish to know. But in this moment, while you hold the fragments of when you were once a... Oh, I saw that one coming from a mile away! I would be ever so glad if you stopped this cycle now. Ah, I should change my greeting as well. It was getting tedious. Hello, Anu, A. I give you a warm welcome back to your Lobotomy Corporation. What? Were we flatlining or something? What was that?
Well, it seems you did all right. Looks like you're not as useless as they say. Try not to overdo it, though, okay? Manager, you've accomplished quite a few things already. What you've already gotten through will have lengthened the lives of our employees by at least some degree. So, you should hopefully be satisfied now. It's not that I can't see from your point of view. You came to Lobotomy Corporation, and you probably want to put forth your best effort to mold this place into something better. But this place is just like a cup of coffee gone cold ages ago. I get that it's a strange comparison, but that's how it is for me. You'd be better off, for all of us in the end, if I were to at least feign our noble and benevolent posture, now wouldn't it? The same goes for you, manager.
I always feel like I'm losing his voice.
I said it before. There's no need to invest your emotions and effort into such drivel.
I'll have to rebuke you there. I do care about everyone.
All right. Suit yourself, Mr. Passionate. I will say that I'm curious how long that fire in your heart will last. I'll get going now. I'm actually quite busy, even though I seem relaxed. Lady Angela, please have a look at this. I spent the whole night researching an efficient method to improve the welfare of our agents. Huh. That's funny. Just look who's talking.
You did better than I expected. How about we raise the bar a little? I expect you'll do a great job just like before. Finish the day within the allotted time limit. While playing it relatively safe, we did it with almost 4 minutes to spare, and that was with me just spamming, like, the really low-level guys. Also, we didn't choose a... Oh. HP recovery bullets. SP recovery bullets. Increase bullet well, this one we have to get last. These all sound really good. We'll go SP. SP's one we'll do. Then we'll go health.
You thinking of researching this one?
Okay, so our quest is time limit, defeat 5 Vovs. Okay. We'll do Gabura's now. We'll try and go through what Gabura wants to do. Okay, so we got a good and a bad result, which means his 2 Quiploth counter is now at 0. Okay, so we got 2 things going on at once, but yeah, he's out. Okay, so there he is. Let's just forget everything and send everyone in. Okay, let's see what the damage is. Right, he needs pale damage.
Did he make a little lady?
He did, he made like a little lady. Okay, so he's weak to pale. Luckily, we're doing a lot of pale. He's slowing us, though. He's also doing a lot of white damage. Going down surprisingly fast. So in case you're wondering, he did not just blow her up. That would be the notes. Okay, so the notes just made Sally erupt, which means we no longer have the pale damage that we need. Movement 2, so now he's weak to black. We're just ignoring everything else for the moment. And the fact he's in here is kind of awkward, but... Movement 3. Oh, that is ear-piercing. Okay, well now he's weak to white. Wow, he changes movements so fast. I don't think we have red damage. Hey, she's out helping! Look at her go! She's recovering our stuff! Yes, she's helping! I'm so happy. Doesn't really matter because I'm pretty sure he's at his final movement now, but... So now he's just immune to all damage. Then he just goes away. Okay, so... I don't know if I would call that worse than White Knight. Yeah, I don't know if I would call that worse than White Knight. That... Oh, well, everybody's head exploded because the music was so fantastic. But, I don't know. I think White Knight was worse because you cannot do anything against White Knight. When White Knight shows up, the pause button's disabled, 12 people are dead, pretty much instantly, unless they all have a left gear with, like, extremely powerful gifts. So, if you know that you're going to have a bad result, and you group everybody up as quickly as possible, I don't think he's that terrible. I think he'll be annoying. I don't see us really farming him. I don't know. I was warned pretty heavily about that guy, but from what I'm seeing, he has, for an Aleph, he has relatively low health. I don't know, I guess we'll see. But, we are absolutely lacking on the pale damage. Pale damage is a joke. We have one whole weapon that does it. Red damage, surprisingly, we were lacking on, even though I thought we had more... Well, no, black and white is what we have the most of, so... Whew. Okay, so when I was told that just farming Judgment Bird was going to, take a while, I, completely underestimated how long that would actually be. So, the entire previous bar, and what you see of this bar, has all been Judgment Bird. Minus 32%. So, as it turns out, Repression, with a really strong suit of armor, such as his, very effective, in theory. So, Ivanko was pretty much our go-getter. He was the one who kept luring Judgment Bird out, because due to his increased defense, plus his already 0.5 pell damage he takes, he was just a total Chad at tanking it. And then Sally has the second best suit, plus health regen from Starchild. So, all in all, pretty good. Also, you may have guessed, but a certain mountain got out, again. So, I just had everyone hunkering down over here, half and half. But, yeah, all in all, it went pretty good. We're not going to get any LOB points because I'm not even going to attempt to try and put Mountain away. He's got his third appendage. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this day. One whole LOB point. All right. Decent stat ups for everybody, so nothing to really complain about. Nobody died, so meh. Also, yes, it took 43 minutes. Oh boy. L02, Headburst. Tales say that the moon bewitches man, yet in reality, it is the man that despairs at the moon. Nothing can compare to the sound it makes when it eats a human. Well, we got a backer abnormality, and then two that we've just been seeing on repeat. Alright, we'll finally take the Headburst. Welcome aboard. It's nice to see you again, A. I hope you enjoyed your trip. Did you know that a lot has been happening while you've been gone? Honestly, it wasn't so hard to keep the company running while you were absent. If you happen to have any questions, feel free to ask them. I will answer them without hesitation. I think we know how many cycles we've gone through. Because if A was the first and X is who we were, that tells us right there how many cycles have occurred. What's happening outside? The head and the eye still watch us through their arbiters and gazers. The wings are still flapping towards their sun, not realizing their feathers are of wax. Isn't that the story of, Ooh, I don't remember. Our other company branches still provide a steady supply of energy, without any major incident so far. In the back streets, the likes of the sweepers and fixers live out their lives tangled in vomit and waste, unraveling their sickening tales. Now, I was told that the sweepers don't do what I thought was implied that they were doing with children when they accompany them. But I mean, if they're real gross people, I think you could see why I was thinking, Those who live in the outskirts are still crying out to break into the city. Meanwhile, those within the city are throwing their lives away just to be part of the wings. Yes, the world hasn't changed at all since you left. Peaceful as ever. Once in a while, when I take a moment to look outside, the world still remains so stagnant and unchanged. It's as if the flow of time here were futile. For naught. Even impatience wanes away. There are still numerous tasks you must do. Things that no one else can. How many times have you repeated this script before? It's natural for you to be curious, but numbers are of little importance to us. Let us say that the number is far too vast to ruminate on. Unfortunately, we don't have much time left. The sands of the hourglass will begin flowing to the bottom soon. A countdown. As you have already experienced, there have been many countdowns in our world, spurred for both destruction and new beginnings. It seems I tend to smile more frequently during these moments. Oh yes, let's just say this smile is because I'm so happy to see you again. There are still things you haven't realized yet. Let me give you a little hint. For what reason did you go through all the trouble of making this monstrous and horrifying prison? In time, I hope you will be able to find the answer to that on your own. I cannot help you with it. Otherwise, this place would lose its meaning as a prison. Soon, you will meet with the Sephiroth of the lower layer, those who play a crucial role in the headquarters of Lobotomy Corporation. I don't think you need any sort of explanation regarding them. However, let's make one thing clear. They truly have missed you while you were gone.
Kitteh will be back soon. Manager, if it's alright with you, could you pass my words along? Kitteh, she's strangely obsessed with suppression, wouldn't you say? Any casualty to employees during the suppression process, she entirely disregards it. Lady Angela's perfectly aware, but she conveniently turns a blind eye to it. Kitteh is great at handling the abnormalities when they breach. It's as if she was born for this job. So I suppose a few extra dead employees is considered a reasonable trade-off. But you see, as a manager, you should know that massacring abnormalities is not our only priority. Ooh. Well, I don't know if Kitteh will listen to you, but I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a go.
Oh, my my voice for Kitteh is still so bad. It's basically just my voice, but like a little meaner. I saw Cheese leaving. What nonsense did he ramble on about this time? Be honest with me. I can see everything. Let me warn you. Don't act as if you know everything. I've been here for a long time. I've seen much more than you have. Experiment subject 0934. We'll be running a simple test before we administer the chemicals. Christopher. Is this a special character? I don't know. Kitteh. The machine with the soul. A wonderful creation of Lobotomy Corporation. What does it mean to have a soul? It means one may truly have worth. It's the center of the faith our venerable Lord A believes in. I participated in this experiment because I trust him. Okay, this is a robo. But who? Would it be cheesed? I don't know. I don't know if I have a soul. If I'm disassembled, would there be a soul inside me? Well, it can easily be determined just by talking to you. A soul cannot be seen, but it can be felt. I will be reborn as I confront my own soul. Mankind and the world will be changed soon. Trust in A, for he is our savior, who shall lead us all. Should have given him like a pastor voice. Given him like a trust in A, for he will guide us. You know, like. So you're Miss Gabura. I've heard a lot about you from Christopher. They say you have a real soul. Our venerable A is remarkable. Don't pay attention to those who disrespect you. They do not know your true worth. Oh, meet Gilly, our daughter. She is kind and sweet, just like you. Does this child also have a soul, then? Of course. A soul is something every living creature has. It's the essence of us all, yet not known to too many. This world only believes in things that can be seen with the eye. It's a sad belief that will eventually lead to everyone's destruction.
Miss Angela, is that a monster?
That is what we call an abnormality, Gibura.
How is it different from monsters?
Monsters are in themselves repulsive, terrible creatures at the core and start of their existence. However, abnormalities originate from humans.
That's news to me!
Then why does that abnormality have Mr. Christopher's watch? Why does it make sounds as if it were mimicking Mr. Christopher's voice? You see, Gibura, that's because abnormalities originated from them. It's not like they materialize all of a sudden or come into existence from nowhere.
Do abnormalities eat humans? Is it mimicking Mr. Christopher because it devoured him? I don't understand.
That is a complicated thing to explain, Gibura. What's certain is that this did not happen because of someone's vice or malice, and that the shape you perceive as a monster certainly carries the will of the man you called Christopher.
I just feel like a freaking bomb got dropped on me. Abnormalities are corrupted people? Okay. Excuse me, Tifrith. Why does the experiment log include a step where Mrs. Isabel was sent to D101? Why should we place her anywhere near that horrific monster?
I don't know, Gabura. You know, she isn't she isn't known for explaining the purpose of every experiment to us. I heard it's to rigorously determine the loss of humanity. I don't really get what it means.
That's definitely going to end up hurting Mrs. Isabel. I should tell Miss Angela to stop it.
Gabura, maybe you should just keep quiet about it. I've seen other machines question our orders, and Miss Angela would reset us if we disobeyed her. Please, if you're feeling anger, I suggest you rather embrace that anger and move on. Wouldn't that be better than to lose your memory and exist as a lifeless puppet? Being ashamed of the soul you got to bear?
What do you think the ending to that story is? Where did Christopher's wife and his daughter Gilly disappear to? I won't ever know either. Hard to say if it's fortunate or unfortunate, but the experiment was not under my responsibility. All I know is that that old blanket Gilly had only one thing to come out of the monster's chamber. Most people wouldn't even talk to us, since machines weren't worth putting their minds to. But Christopher and Isabel, he told me I was worthy of something. He looked past my exterior and saw what was inside of me, something I wasn't even aware of. Those monsters we're obligated to call abnormalities have killed many people since then. And yet, those things never die. It's not fair. Why do we have to treat them nicely? Don't pay any heed to the employees in front of you. When an abnormality shows up, their lives will be the least of your worries. Since it's clear that those monsters feel pain, I'll dish out as much pain as possible. That's the only reason why I'm standing here. Don't ever patronize me again. I didn't patronize you. Since you completed everything else so far, I assume you know what comes next. Yeah.
Alephs are the most dangerous and hateful things here. Give or take, monsters are still monsters. The creatures we have to get rid of. Suppress three different Aleph abnormalities. Different. Oof. Oh, you couldn't have just been simple and just let me farm out mountains. You had to make it 3 different abnormalities. Ah! Okay, so... hang on. Gabber's a machine with a soul, but... is she not a cube? Or is she a cube, quote, with a soul? Because so far, every Sephiroth that we've suppressed has turned into a cube. Maybe I was just confused, but it almost sounded like Gabura isn't a cube. Like she's like Angela. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too far into that. Maybe it's just literally a box with a soul in it, but I don't know. Anyway, we got the extraction team and the record team, and we cannot access the architecture team. Well, we'll go based on how they look. How nice to see you again. As you can see, I've been placed as the leader of the extraction team. I'm sure we'll meet again soon. I gotta do it. I gotta.
Good morning.
I can't do that. Just like the wrinkliest old man you ever heard. No, I can't do it. Okay, well, let's save him for later. We'll go with this one. Okay, so I've been told that execution bullets are like a must. But a part of me is wondering if we should get the rabbit team, because we're having a lot of trouble shutting down abnormalities. And if we get more lefts, we use a lot of defensive bullets. I want to take the rabbits. But I can there's so many positives to both. Like, but I don't know how powerful the rabbit team is. Can they take out Music Man? Can they take out Mountain? We're gonna take the rabbits. All right, I know we probably should have taken the execution bullets, but I don't know how strong the rabbits are. I mean, if they can take out Mountain, then they're pretty freaking strong. All right, department functions. Decreases the cost of producing ego. Increases the offensive and defensive capabilities of the ego belonging to the department's agents. Huh? So it's like what the welfare team does, but better? Well, no, this increases the defensive multipliers, which makes them tankier, so... So this just does both? And by both, I mean, it makes them... It's combining disciplinary, in a sense, and the welfare team. Okay, well, we are going to do the day within the time limit. Maybe I'll use the rabbits, we'll see. I know a few of you are gonna be mad at me for that, but I wanted to test out the rabbits. I don't know how strong they are, and I would rather not look it up and see, like, oh, they one-shot censored, you know what I mean? Let's check a new area. Wow, that's a nice looking suit. Whew. So, can't help but notice this looks like the big black things that drop. Just me? Am I the only one who notices that? What is this hallway? What is this? This is a... Okay, this hallway is retarded. What is that? Also, hi Marcos, you're now down here, and my reasoning is actually fairly simple. to make more use out of his weapon and armor. That's it. That's the only reason. Alright, Marcos, you're gonna be the one who takes the trek down this insane hallway. It is genuinely just that long. It's just that huge of a hallway. Okay. Doesn't lead anywhere. So this is where the other department's gonna be. And then there's an elevator that leads down, I assume. Here's the rabbits. Okay. Some of you are probably going to be mad that I took the rabbits, and I know a part of me regrets taking the rabbits, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I mean, if it helps with Gabura's quest, it might just be worth it, right? And we won't have any more situations where, oh, Mountain of Smiling Bodies is out and causing a total rampage. Oh, I guess we're just done. So, I don't know. I feel like it was the smarter thing to do. Now, as far as Plant Man, Instinct. Let's see how it goes. When the game of trust reaches its maximum, it will gently pet your head with thorns on its tail. Does it have, like, a scent that you can't get out of mind? Also, this time, we're gonna go for the managerial stuff. Okay, so. When the result was good, the counter increased. When it was bad, decreased. Fair enough. When employees with temperance level 3 or lower had a good work result, they died. Employees with temperance level 3 or lower will receive white damage when it escapes, unaffected by any attack dealt to it from outside its reach. So you have to suppress it with melee? Huh. So, don't interact with temperance, especially don't interact with temperance level 3 or below. Okay. That seems simple enough. Okay, wow, I already see that effect so quickly. So, it reduced it from 220, or 222, I can't exactly remember, and 120 to 116 and 214. That's a big decrease. Also, who wants the white suit, boys? Because somebody's gonna get a white left suit. Alright. Whew. Alright. Just before the noon event, we've already finished. So, wow. The progress we made was actually kind of insane. We sped through this. Like, we still have another 2 minutes 33 seconds. We're also gonna get one of these. Alright. Challenge completed. We got one promotion. Everybody got a little bit of stat ups. Once again, not too terribly much. But no one died. Dimensional refraction variant. Hello, censored. And the many shells cried out one word. Manager. So do we want... Oh, both of these mention manager. I feel like we're strong enough to take censored. And we have the rabbits now. I feel like we take censored. Because I regretted not taking him last time. I feel like we're strong enough to take him. I genuinely feel like we're strong enough now to take censored. Censored's back on the menu. I keep on calling you A, but I think you and A might have become separate entities now. From the moment you began to have new memories, you both started to walk different paths. I must wonder how the memory separated you from A. Well, Even if you two have differences, it is still important for you to witness this place through A's eyes. Why do we repeat this eternal cycle, enduring endless suffering? What's at the end of the line? What kind of world was it that he saw? The answers to these questions are what you must know. However, the choices you make are up to you, not him. As a consequence of those choices, you may lose it all, or you may gain everything. I'm not trying to control you. I just try to support you. That is my role here. Plus, I have seen many other exes who have made it this far and witnessed the innumerable amount of efforts and failures they made. Now you are here, scrabbling over it all and climbing up. Of course, I have kept all their data in my head, but it is not my place to share it with you. A machine has its own work to do. That's what you, or A, once said to me.
You've done it yet again. Lady Angela must have showered you with praise for your work, right? Your efforts will contribute to saving this place into something better. Such glorious yet boring platitudes.
I like how it said that he uses a mocking voice, and like before it even said that, I was already going in that direction.
I myself had a burning passion in the past, being responsible for a whole department. How charming is that? I hadn't even acquired a taste for coffee back then. Should I say I developed that taste after learning the bitterness of life? Or rather, I didn't feel like sleeping anymore. Of course, none of the Sephiroth need to sleep at all, but it's for the mood, you know? One time, I even insisted on managing the abnormalities myself. I thought that only allowing employees on the field was plain ridiculous. Seems pretty absurd to look back on it now. You must be asking yourself, why have I become like this? Your guess is as good as mine.
He looks a lot less tired.
Lady Angela, please have a look at this. I spent the whole night researching an efficient method to improve the welfare of our employees.
Cheesed. What did you write up this time? I told you that this will change nothing.
But please, just look it over. This does have a statistically proven impact, and it even costs less. This will be beneficial for everyone.
Listen, Cheesed, no matter how strongly you insist, using machines in place of human employees will never happen.
And why is that? I've explained it to you before, it wouldn't replace humans entirely. Simply those who take place in dangerous jobs. It's clear that it would benefit everyone. The casualties caused by abnormalities will be lowered too.
How many times do I have to repeat myself? No, the first time, and no, yet again. Return to your post and finish your work.
I'll never give up on this. I swear to you that you will like the plan in the end. I'll keep developing it further and further, and I'll continue to show it to you again and again, no matter how many times I may have to.
Geez, regarding that incident where the escaped abnormality wiped out all 8 of your team, a few of our employees have made the suggestion to temporarily close down that part of the corridor. There are body parts that have still yet to be disposed of.
Alright, I'll order it to be blocked, and have them take detours. Manager, you heard what she said, right? I need to get going. Told you I'm busy.
It'll be alright, Cheesed.
Hey now, don't give me a look like that. It was bound to happen sooner or later. Surely that abnormality had knocked them out before disintegrating them. I'm sure it was a painless death.
Preventing accidents and mopping up after whatever passes is always up to us. Finishing up the work day. Man, I'm reading super slow. quickly means we get just a bit more time to mop up everything else. Finish the day within the allocated time, so I'm guessing it's just 10 minutes now? Hello, Bina. You've returned. So, did you have fun with your little journey while I was locked up in here? Don't worry, I'm not mad with you. Oh, Sorrow, you see, finally I have come to respect you, for I know you will never depart. It's difficult to perceive the flow of time here. Therefore, this eternity has saved me. Have you seen the turbid streams of the enormous river that crossed the whole city? If you arrive downstream, after the raging rapids and a serpentine current, you will see a meadow that is enormously broad, but also tranquil. That land is bathed with all kinds of mud, sand, trash, and the residuals that have come from the upstream. What isn't caught by the upstream or midstream finally ends up here, downstream. To bear all the residues that pile up, one would need a strong back that doesn't break easily. I have faced many wells here. I have to draw water every single day, but it seems that the water level never lowers. What's a well? The well is so deep that it would be a hollow affair to reckon its depth. And it is the fount and relic of humanity that has existed from the ancient times. The water from the well had never flown outside, ever. There had only been the small ripples that permeated from the leaves that fall for the winds. Maybe it was an act of generosity towards those that are thirsty, so that they may sate themselves. It was you who made the bucket, but you left the duty of drawing water with the bucket to another. Don't ask for my name. Bina isn't the name of a person. It's a sad name of the place where one finds many graves. I'm the one that draws the water. Why have you come here, and what do you wish for me to draw? Let us have you begin with extracting ego before we proceed to more complex tasks. The nature of ego and the abnormalities are more akin than not. They are both phantasmal beings that extracted to the material plane, bone for bone, blood for blood. Extract 5 or more ego of grade HE or higher. I don't think we should open up the record team yet. I feel like we should just keep sticking place to place. But we get to deal with Tifferth today. Ooh. HP bullet, please.
Hey, Mr. Manager, you thinking of researching this one?
Yes. That's the one I want. Okay. I think it's time we deal with Tifferth. Man, I'm gonna miss those +3 stats, though, on... Oh, boy. Reach Quiploth Meltdown level 10? That seems a little bit tough. Well, alright. Oh! It's female Tifferth on just a bunch of male Tifferths. Oh.
F, don't lock that.
So we have to get to 10? Dang. That's rough. Well, I guess we'll see what her gimmick is then. Well done? Oh, it's on Scarecrow. Okay, fair enough. Ivan go over and he'll be able to deal with it, and then... What is this? That's her gimmick, isn't it? She disables the immunity, doesn't she? Oh, good. Is that all she does, though? Because that... I don't know. That... I feel like we can manage this. We have to get to 10. Oh, no. If we have to, if we have to get to 10, that means we may very well have to deal with a midnight ordeal. Well, it being an organ makes sense, considering she's got like an organ thing behind her. Ooh. I really like this music too. Callie, send you to deal with Mountain. Let's send Grapes to deal with Big Bad. And then... oh boy, not looking forward to that happening. You know exactly what I mean. I'm not going to say it. But when a meltdown occurs, you know? When a very specific meltdown occurs, it's not going to be fun. Okay, Insight. Ooh, he might get out. Yeah, actually no, Butterfly is gonna get out fairly often too at this rate, because we don't have anyone specific to go up against him. It used to be Marcos, but now Marcos is pretty much maxed on stats. Well, we'll just send Kura to go deal with them. Kura's got it. Hello! Sorry for the abrupt cut, but I ended up recording a lot this session, so there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to fit all of it into this video. I mean, unless you guys want like a 2-hour video, but okay, I'm sure some of you would, but we're gonna keep it simple, and I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger, because there's still quite a bit that we do, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to keep it like under an hour. It would be very, very long. So I basically recorded 2 videos without even knowing it. So we're gonna go ahead and end it right here with a bit of a cliffhanger. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the continuation of the next one. Bye.